a few moments, let's take a walk in history through the eyes of an Indianapolis Reverend who was up front with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It was the late 1960s. The Civil Rights Act had just been passed, but segregation and racism was still rampant. The Indianapolis Reverend Mel Jackson had just met Dr. King. As David Williams reports, what happened next changed Jackson's life to this day. One night, Jackson was at a small group meeting in Chicago with just 7 people, and a special invited guest came. That guest was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
88-year-old Reverend Mel Jackson's first words to Dr. King were, well, memorable.
It's what I told him. I thought he was a wimp. I thought he should be ashamed of himself, leading people to get beat upside the head.
You see, Jackson was 35 at the time and had recently gotten out of the military. Soon after, Jackson left his home in Dayton, Ohio, and traveled the Midwest, organizing his own civil rights demonstrations at factories and business offices. Jackson says Dr. King told him about something different, fundamentally changing how the nation's system operates. Fast forward to 1968, Memphis, Tennessee. Reverend Jackson marched with Dr. King, demanding racial equality. That's when Dr. King told Jackson something that completely changed his philosophy.
If a man doesn't have anything to die for, he really is not fit to live. And boy, that gripped me. He said, "Now I'm willing to die for people that I love."
That tragedy came true April 4th, 1968, the day Dr. King was assassinated at Memphis's Lorraine Motel. President Lyndon Johnson called King the apostle of nonviolence.
Love really has no barriers.
50 years later, Dr. King's words, Jackson says, still resonate hope.
Jackson says through his time with Dr. King, he has learned that love is about being willing to give all you for the betterment of your fellow men.